Well, today, Flint Mayor Karen Weaver will deliver her first State of the City address, as you mentioned. And I spoke with her yesterday inside of her office, and she tells me that today she will update residents on how crime is down in the city. So I can predict that something children will be doing, because across mid-Michigan, many schools have closed. And make sure you check for those closings with our app. They're going to be making those snowballs, you know, the kind that are really nice and soft, easy to do with this kind of snow. So for now, I'm live in Cotchville Township. Ilse Lujan-Hayes, you know I can't resist. This is going out to you, Ahmed. Thanks for the snow. Fox 66. Since 1994, Hidden Harvest has rescued over 30 million pounds of food. I mean, there's potatoes here, beans, pop, sweet tomatoes. All right, so we have been playing a pass play, so check it out. Here we go. I'm going to throw the ball. I'm playing quarterback. Ready, set, hut. And they say I have a pretty decent arm. There you go. She caught it. Yeah, I was a little nervous. Good morning, everyone. Well, we've been telling you about this deadly crash all morning long. You know, just a recap, take a look down here. This is these orange marks that you see on the grass. They have been placed there by the traffic crash reconstruction team earlier this morning, showing the direction of the vehicle that police believe headed this way and then crashed onto that tree. We're on the corner of Home Avenue and Sally Court on Flint's north side. Hundreds of these walk-ins throughout the nation, including here outside Flint Northwestern High School. Organizers want to send the message that it's not an us versus them. This is a positive message. As you can see, students here holding up signs that read "More people with positive attitudes, quality education, a great public school." So I want to ask.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Come on
you.
in, please.
Meet the Urbanskis. Like many families, technology plays a big role in their home. On any given day, you can find Jeff, Marilyn, and their 2 teenage daughters texting, surfing, or posting almost every hour of the day.
I mean, everything from you looking for a recipe, I go right online.
I have to go on Instagram, check who posted pictures.
Before you look at maps, street maps, as you were driving down the road when you're going someplace you've never been. Now you rely on GPS.
Jeff, who travels for work, and Marilyn, a flight attendant, are busy parents juggling multiple schedules. The family was up for the challenge, but not without reservations.
Hey, what's up?
So we're doing this experiment for NBC, and we cannot be on social media for at least a week.
We're not just negotiating a problem in our life, we're negotiating society.
David Gaffey is a psychotherapist from Saginaw. For over 30 years, he's been working with patients and behavioral addictions.
Anytime we're used to using an activity or something to help comfort us, when we imagine that being gone, we feel that hole and we start to get anxious.
We checked back with the family about a week later to see how well they were staying away from their favorite social apps like Facebook and Instagram. It turns out it was harder than they thought because of outside pressure.
I had just gotten back from a trip, and so I hadn't really cooked, had a home cooked meal. So and I wanted to call the girls, but they were at school. So I sent them a text. Hey girls, what do you guys want for dinner tonight? I'm running to the grocery store. Sophia had never responded, but Isabella did. She's like, tacos. So I was like, okay, and then I'm like, ugh. This is so hard.
We enlisted the help of Gaffey, showing him video clips of the family. We wanted to find out, why was this challenge so hard?
We have a generation where we don't know how to take a deep breath. If you don't reply to a text within 60 seconds, someone might be texting back, "What's wrong? Are you mad at me?" And we're used to an instant kind of society.
In the end, group texts doomed both Dad and Isabella.
The families are texting me, saying and asking questions, going, "Jeff, where are you? Jeff, where are you?"
With my POM group chats, with someone asking a question and no one responding, I'm like, oh, well, I know the answer, I'll respond. So I would respond, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm not responding anymore for the rest of the day.
When we're in a society where we're constantly responding instantly to input, over time, our own impulse control gets weaker and weaker and weaker, and we have a harder time in many areas of our life saying no.
Because that's the only way that they function. So for us to change our lifestyle, we weren't able to work with the rest of society, and that was the challenge that we were faced with.
When was the last time you talked to her?
About 11:30 last night.
Did everything seem okay?
She looked real pretty, and I didn't want her to go to the party, and she wanted to go.
A mother's intuition, Deetra Wafer tried to convince her two daughters not to attend a Saginaw block party near Perkins and 10th Street early Monday morning. Now, she's dealing with the pain of losing her 31-year-old daughter, Quintera.
Witnesses are telling us there was over 200 people in attendance. We were told that there was a rally of gunshots that rang out and nobody was injured. Approximately an hour to an hour and a half later, a second shot rang out. It was at this time that the victim was struck.
Police searched the area for hours trying to piece together exactly what happened. Police believe Quintera was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
We don't believe she was the intended target, but we believe she was shot as two different set of people were shooting back and forth.
Now, another mother loses a child to gun violence. Her mother tells NBC 25 Quintera leaves behind a 5-year-old little boy. He slept in the back seat of this red car as we talked, not knowing his mother was gone.
It's hurt. I'm just hurt.
This is somebody's mother. She is somebody's daughter. We ask that anybody with information come forward and let us know who the shooter was in this tragic killing.
In Saginaw, Ilse Lujan-Hayes, NBC 25 News. By all accounts, it appears to be an actual crime scene. Police, firefighters, even grieving family members. But while it looks real, it's not. Fenton High School students capturing every step of a crime scene as it happens, including local news stations covering the scene. Rich Ashley, a Fenton High School media and news teacher, and his students are shooting and acting in a PSA, recreating a homicide that will later be used by Crime Stoppers.
We had an actress who was playing the mom/wife who came home third shift and found her husband deceased.
Michigan State Police, Sheriff, and other agencies helped with the project. Students who had likely never been this close to a crime now getting a chance to help law enforcement, all while gaining real-life experience.
When I get these shots, I try to make sure that the focus is on what we want. So a lot of the dramatic faces, like between the daughter and the mom, we want to make sure that we get those on camera.
The students' hard work is being recognized. Last year's PSA, titled A Lifetime of Consequences, has received nearly 300,000 hits on YouTube.
It's really neat to let law enforcement tell the students, and the students kind of came up with this idea. I just asked them, could you help me educate the community what Crime Stoppers is about?